Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman. We're bringing you our show today from downtown Beaufort at the Pat Conroy Literary Center. We have a super show planned for you, so stay tuned. Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman. Our first guest today is Shannon Bedenbaugh. And she is on a mission. And the mission is to make sure that the referendum in November for the Beaufort County School District schools gets passed. Yes. So you've been involved in this grassroots committee, group, team.
Yes.
So talk about how important it is to get this referendum passed.
It's so important, and I was blessed to be able to be part of the group that came up with the bond referendum items to be presented to the superintendent and the board. And just touring the schools, we recognized all of the needs within the schools, just from maintenance issues and overcrowding.
And so you said that you toured, so you've been throughout the entire district, both elementary, middle, and high school. And really, what did you see, Shannon?
We toured as a group over 19 schools.
Oh, wow.
And I'm in schools on a regular basis, and I didn't realize a lot of the maintenance issues. Safety was our #1 concern, and we're not even talking about high-tech safety. We're talking about doors that aren't latching or locking, that are open up to, to the outside. We're talking about leaking roofs and children having to be evacuated from classrooms when it rains, air conditioning units that are not working.
Is there a certain kind of area where the schools are worse, if you will, in the whole school district?
It definitely touches the entire district. You will see Hilton Head schools suffer some with overcrowding and maintenance issues. Our Bluffton area obviously has struggled with overcrowding for years. And the Beaufort area, you have schools that were built in the 50s, 70s, 80s that have had not a lot of maintenance done to them in that whole time.
That's tragic.
Yes.
So the referendum is very, very important this year. We have not had a referendum in this county in 11 years.
11 years. Yes.
And so let's talk specifically about what it would do, what it would raise as far as the dollars and where those dollars are going to go.
The great thing about the community committee that met was that we wanted to make sure that it was being felt among the entire district. There's over $600 million worth of capital improvements that need to be done just to get the $600 million just to get the schools to be functional. Right. And so this referendum will obviously not touch all of that, but from Beaufort to Bluffton to Hilton Head, there are school renovations that will be done. Like I had mentioned earlier, school safety was one of the biggest issues. That will be all schools across the district. There will be 2 parts to the referendum, and the second part, there's also athletic and playground equipment that would touch the entire district. Technology upgrades would touch the entire district.
Okay, so when you say 2 parts, Shannon, does that mean I can vote on one and not the other? Or if I vote for the whole thing, talk about that?
We hope not, but if you are to choose to vote for the first one, which is a lot of the upgrades to the specific schools, the safety and the technology, you will then be asked a second question, which will deal with athletics and playground equipment. If that was something you didn't choose, you would not have to choose that second one.
So most people say, raise my taxes again. No. So is it going to raise our taxes?
Obviously, if there is a referendum, there is going to be some increase. The school district has done an amazing job at calculating that out. For an average home price of $300,000, you're looking at about $10 a month added to your tax bill, about $120 a year. That's for homeowners only, and it is for the entire home, not per person. Right. So for the cost of a fast food meal, once a month, we can hopefully bring some relief to the students and the teachers.
Yeah, when you put it in that perspective, it makes so much sense.
Yes, for sure.
It? Now, what about, we have a lot of retirees, we have a lot of older folks that say, I don't have any kids in school anymore.
Yes.
So I don't want even $10 a month or $20 a month. I don't like to have my taxes raised.
Right.
So what do you tell them?
We have a huge workforce issue here in Beaufort County and all over the country. But if you're going to draw people to come to the area, doctors, people to work in retirement communities, we have to have healthy schools. Not having healthy schools affects our real estate. And really just producing productive citizens. If you're not educating students, and if you're not investing in them, they're not going to reinvest back in the community. So it's important to all of us.
All right, so what are you doing to get the word out, besides, of course, doing our show and others? to get the word out about the importance of voting yes on this referendum? What is you and your team doing?
We want to educate. We are willing to go and talk to any community group that will have us come speak.
Right.
We want them to go to the district website, to go to our website, our Facebook page. We're going to mobilize parents and families and just hopefully help everyone understand how important it is to our entire community.
Right. So the vote is on November 5th?
November 5th, yes.
All right. Is there anything, so is there anything else that we're going to be voting for on that day, or is it just basically?
In certain areas, that will
Maybe
be
some local?
the only
Okay.
thing, and then there are
Okay.
some local elections in the Bluffton and I believe the Port Royal area. So you will really have to specifically go out for the bond referendum when we hope that people will and they will understand how important it is.
We have about a minute left. You've been involved in the schools for quite a while, in school improvement councils and so forth, and you were just asked to volunteer to kind of lead this effort. You have so much passion. You have your own children. Again, in our last few seconds, why do we need to vote yes? Shannon?
We need to be a voice for the students that don't have a voice. I always say, I'm not here for my kids. I feel like, they're supported and loved, but there are a lot of kids who don't have a voice and we need to be there. I was blessed to hear Dr. Rodriguez, our new superintendent, speak a couple weeks ago, and he said that his grandfather used to say, the one thing that no one can take away from you is your education. And that has just stuck with me, and we need to do that for these kids, and they can't learn and feel great about it in the environments that they're in currently.
Right. Shannon Bedenbaugh, and actually the committee is called Citizens for Better Schools Now.
Yes. Right. Go to our website, go to our Facebook page. We will come and speak wherever we're asked.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Shannon Bedenbaugh, and we'll be right back with North of the Broad.